you should be able to hear me. What's up, everyone? Is our audio good? Hello, everyone. That should be good now. Let's just check something here. Oh my goodness, the last stream of 2020. Do you believe it, chat? Are we done with this year yet? My goodness. There we go. There we go. All right. What's up, everyone? All right. I think we're looking good. Just checking one other thing here. That keeps doing that. There we go. Okay. All right. Microphone should be good. There we are. All right. Welcome, everyone. We are live. December 31st, 2020. Are we done with this year yet? Is everyone as sick and tired of this year as I am? Oh, Morad, good to see you. Sweet Shiro, what's happening? Seleni B, what's good? And Jax, I see you, brother. What's up, everyone? Hello, hello. We are there in T-9, like less than 3 hours Eastern time. Do you believe that? It's like 2 hours and like 30 minutes. That's the countdown. We'll be like 15 minutes away. That's absurd. Oh, feels good. Feels good to be out of here. All right. So what are we doing tonight? I hope you guys are in store. I hope you guys are ready to enjoy some keyboard builds here. I live in the future of 2021. Artemy, you've already made it, dude. You're already there. Go back. Oh, I'm making drinks and getting shit-faced. There we go. Hey, Yeffy, stay safe and have a happy new year. If I don't hear from you, I'll just expect you're watching me. Oh, we have an interesting reflection going on right now. Look at my door. You can see my... Hello, everyone. You can see me in the reflection there. Is that always been like that? I just am noticing that for the first time. I don't know if I like that. That's kind of funny. We'll roll with it for right now. All right. Yeah, like I turned the aperture. I stopped my camera down, so a lot more of the background is in focus than it normally is. And so I don't know if I like it. I also, have you ever like look at the? I regret the decision of getting the lower bookshelf. I wish I had a bookshelf that was a bit higher, like taller and more narrow. Because then we could have that in the background and that would actually be in view a little bit more. It's all good though. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. My next project has already been identified, chat. I think we're making an espresso bar. I should just do it in the background. I should just get the table and get the full espresso set up in the office right behind me. Atticus, good to see you, brother. So happy New Year, everyone. We made it. 2020 is coming to an end. I think it's not a moment too soon. It's been a weird one. It's been a weird year. Probably the weirdest year to date, if I can remember. I mean, I'm not going to give it a full recap, but I mean, we lost a lot of cool people this year. A lot of cool people. Stop gear acquisition syndrome in 2021. Ooh, good luck with that, Artemy. Has it already been a bad year for you? Because you're in the future. You're in 2021. Have you already made any purchases. Let's get a quick recap of. Let me see here. I want to see whom we've lost this year. It's just been crazy. Like, we lost Eddie Van Halen, we lost Sean Connery. Like, who else? Oh yeah, Chadwick Boseman. Is that how you pronounce it? No kidding. Chat, Wilford Brimley died this year. Oh, and Kobe. Don't forget about Kobe. It's been a shitty year. Alex Trebek. Who else? It's just been a shitty year. Yeah, Metalface just passed away tonight. MF Doom. Yeah, like that's what kind of reminded me of it. It's just not been a good year for people. We've lost a lot of people. Ruth Bader Ginsburg. We lost RBG. Yeah, Diego Maradona. That was a big loss. A lot of people were grieving after that one. The big international crew was grieving after that one. Just been a crazy year. I don't think we'll miss 2021 from that perspective. Atticus, thank you so much for the 2 months, brother. I appreciate that. Twitch Prime, thank you so much. Alright, so anyways, Trump lost 400 times this year. That's okay. Trump 2024 will be back with a vengeance. It's like a bad Arnold Schwarzenegger quote that I'm not even gonna say right now, because let's hope it just doesn't ever happen. Alright, so we've got a busy night tonight. I have a million stabilizers to tune. So, Kanye 2024. Oh, okay. I have a million stabilizers to tune since we are building a m0lly keyboard. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's do an unboxing and get everything prepped up and ready here. Ooh, let me get this stuff all centered. Yeah, frame is looking good there. We're in the right zoom. I just don't have my mouse matte leveled here. There we go. My OCD always kicks in whenever we do this. Alright, let's get this out of the way. And yeah, unboxing. Tonight we're working with the Kiwis. You guys have seen these before. You know them, you love them. Hello, hello. What are these emotes? These are fun. Brown Cozy. Who's Brown? I don't know who that is. They have fun emotes though. This is the same one you used from before? The brown hay as well. Nice. Hey, what's going on? Is it m0lly? m0lly, good to see you. Oh, alright. Yes, let's get this out of the way. Here is the keyboard we're working with tonight. The m0lly. Contrast is looking really good on the overhead camera right now. I'm digging it. Contrast is looking really good. Alright, so this is a fun one. It's a cool box. The TKC m0lly. What does this one say? Macintosh. It's so guys, if you haven't seen this before, here is a quick little synopsis on this board. So it's it's based on. Can I get a focus here? It's focusing on the stuff behind. I'm sorry. Focus here, please. Right here. There you go. So it's based on the Macintosh m0lly, an inspired mechanical keyboard anodized aircraft. Grade aluminum case, PVD coated brass front badge, weight and top mounted 1.5mm brass plate, MX and Alps compatible QMK firmware PCB, USB Type-C connection, with an internal high-speed USB hub and in-switch LED compatibility. So If you guys did not see me build the prototype for this, then it's all good, babies, because you're here. Some product care instructions here. Do not clean with harsh chemicals, only wipe down with a microfiber. For videos and articles, please visit our website. There we go. How about that? It's a cool box. I don't think when I got the prototype, I didn't have this box. So this is kind of cool. I'm looking, I'm kind of going over this for the first time. So here is our PCB for tonight. It's a cool PCB too. I like the PCB. I just wish it didn't have Alps compatibility. I get it, it's m0lly. It's based off an Alps board. It makes sense to have Alps compatibility. But Alps compatible PCBs, those through holes are so much larger, they require so much more solder to get everything on in that. So, but it's a cool PCB. I like the silk screening on it. It's nice looking. I mean, not that you really see that all too often, but it's a JST connection on this board that goes to a daughter board on the inside of the case. The daughter board's pretty cool. As you saw there on the case, it has a high-speed internal USB 3.0 connection, and so it has fast charging capabilities too, if I remember correctly, on your cell phone. So it's a pretty nice daughter board. I mean, you figure if you're gonna put a daughter board in a keyboard, may as well make it do something other than just connect up the keyboard. So yep, here's the silk screening here, and you can see there's the old school Apple BSOD screen logo. Hopefully we don't run into anything like that on this PCB. We'll test this here in just a second. Next to unbox is this the daughter board here? What do I have in this little case? It is. Here's your daughter board. There's cool silk screening on this too. USB-C and then the USB-A 3.0 high-speed connection. Daughter board connection. I believe this is the daughter board hardware as well as some bump-ons. Oh, and another m0lly PCB. Okay, so we have two PCBs. I'm not sure why, but just in case one is no bueno, we have a second one. Happy New Year there, Kudzai Kiji. Happy New Year. Sorry if I butchered your name there. All right. I should totally know what you mean, but what do you mean by pass through there, Artemy? Kind of a cool case there. Oh, yes. Yep, so the USB-C is powering everything, and then it's got the pass-through to the USB-A. Mm-hmm. Yep. And only 3 screws on that there, cool. Yes, shiny plate. Look at that. Haha, shiny plate and a shiny weight behind it. Let's see if we can see my camera. You might not be able to. It's kind of hard to see my camera. You can see it there a little bit. The refraction off of my tube light is probably catching it a little bit. But yeah, it's pretty shiny. It's a good looking anodization too on this aluminum. Look at that, chat. Really pretty. And then here is your side profile. It is a tall boy. It is a tall boy. It's not necessarily a really steep angle, but the weight and heft to it and the material on top of everything really is high. I mean, you can see not only do you have a pretty thick front height, but then it's also a chamfered edge that actually goes all the way up to here. So that's actually your total height to the keyboard right there. Not digging the tofu top? What do you mean? The tofu top? What, with like the, does tofu have like a chamfered edge to it like this? A very large chamfered edge? Oh. I got you, Artemy. I got you. Yep. So there's the back there, and then yeah, so you can see the USB-C and USB-A cutouts, and then here, for your viewing pleasure, is the rear. The derriere, shall I say. Look at that anodization. Really nice, really clean anodization. Yeah, no QC issues as far as I can see. It looks really, really solid. And boy, is it heavy. Let's put some bump-ons on, and then let's weigh it before we build. I'm going to guess this weighs somewhere in like the 8-pound range unbuilt. Yeah, this is actually a pretty reasonable group buy price though, as far as keyboards go, Artemy. For 2020, I believe this was somewhere in like the mid 400s. And so for the pure raw materials you've got that you're looking at here, it's not too bad actually. Rim, good to see you, brother. Happy New Year as well to you. Thank you so much for stopping by, enjoying the rest of 2020 with us here, hopefully. How many times was this badge produced? A batch, I'm assuming? It was ran in group buy once. There's been a single group buy for this keyboard, and so now you're looking at aftermarket for this guy. All right, so let's weigh it here. I know it might be a little bit difficult for you guys to see those numbers. Oh, what did I call it? I was just a little. I was a little on the other side. I was a little on the heavy side. If Price is Right rules are what we're going with, I went over, but 8 pounds, pretty close. 7 pounds, 5 ounces, just about. So 7 pounds, 5 ounces. Pretty heavy. Yeah, the blue with the stainless is pretty nice. Pretty solid. And that PVD coating. I wish I had the gloves, but man, you know, we'll be okay. We'll be alright. Alright, so let's go ahead and test a PCB here real quick. We've got 2 of them. We want to make sure one of them works. So let's go ahead and do you guys want to look at the plate view, or do you want to look at the bottom weight? I'm going to put it right here, and you tell me, do you want me to flip it, or do you want me to keep it up like that? Yeah, I would assume aftermarket is so hard to judge these days. You never know what people are going to grab onto and like go full FOMO on. But I would say, I mean, God, you remember the days when aftermarket used to be group buy price plus $250? I wish we could get back to those days. You remember that, chat? That used to be like the rule of thumb. Like, hey, how much is this since I missed it? How much is this going to cost me? And it used to be every time it was group buy price plus $250. That was it for like 4 years. And then like the tail end of 2019 and 2020 came along, and now I feel like group buy or aftermarket price is just like double for everything. And like any GMK set, regardless of what it is, the base kit is like $300. Am I wrong? I think those numbers are fairly accurate. It's crazy, but I think those numbers are fairly accurate. Oh yeah, this has an interesting key map to it. We're tildeing it up over here. But then I do believe this is on VIA configurator. I can't remember if I put my silver one on VIA or if I just used QMK. I can't remember. So chat, for those of you who are newer to keyboards, welcome. My name is Max, I go by MaxF. You are watching me build a keyboard here tonight. It's this beautiful blue and silver m0lly keyboard. It's based on the Apple m0lly design. Very old school homage to the OG Apple boards. And what we're doing right now is we're testing this PCB. I'm basically shorting out these pins to ensure that the PCB doesn't have any shorts on it. I'm using these tweezers here to actuate these pads, and that's going to make it so that, as you can see here in this application, the switch is going to actuate and let me know if it's actually working or not. So I'm going to just go pad by pad, making sure nothing throws me off. You might notice that everything's turning green. Occasionally in this program things will turn red. Things turning red is not that big of a deal. With the tweezers, sometimes you'll just capture a little bit of jitter in the... I don't think jitter's the correct word actually, but you'll capture a little bit of chattiness to the pad. Did I miss my N key? I did. There we go. Alright, we're gonna go with a Sagan bottom row on this guy. So we're gonna be using a 7U with the 1.5/1.5/1 modifiers. Alright, so that is looking good. PCB is good to work with. The community is growing up so fast, and people see how the exclusivity, or see how exclusively, see the exclusivity is. I mean, I'm guessing. Yeah. So I agree. Yeah, things are certainly still. Well, let me word it differently. Demand is still, or supply is still outweighed by demand. I said that weird again, but you know what I'm saying. I said it correctly, but it's kind of weird how I worded it. You got it. You got it. You're following. You're picking up what I'm throwing down. I just use my tongue. There you go, Artemy. You've got a tongue that has a little bit of electricity to it, huh? Short out those pads. Make sure they're groovy. All right. Let's get electric. So we're using the Kiwi switches on this guy tonight. Which should be a fun combo. We've got this green look that's going to be paired with this blue look, and I think it'll look pretty damn awesome. And we've got a combination of these green and N9 stabilizers to play with. Hey Max, greetings from the future. Raz, what's good, brother? It's already 2021 there, I'm assuming. Happy New Year to you, brother. Good to see you. As usual. Alright. As usual, it is good to see you. Alright, I think I have a bunch of screw-ins. I got some hardware. I got some stickers. Alright. So chat, what did you think of Nathan Kim's latest stabilizer tuning guide? I thought it was pretty good. Are they factory lubed or stock dry? So there is a light oiling that goes onto these stems. So there is a little bit of lube to these switches. I have a few extras, so I will be cherry picking our alphas for this guy. Hopefully we can get a good set out of them and go in with the stock switches and see what we get. We're building this actually for Jason's cousin. And so Jason, who owns TKC, he's getting his cousin a graduation gift, and so pretty awesome graduation gift. This will get him into a professional career, and I don't know if he's a coder or if he just does something on the computer, but you know, everyone's on computers these days. Happy New Year's Eve, Max. Kiwis Sexy AF. What's up, Persian King? Good to see you, brother. Yo, I love that. I love that emote there, Raz. That's fun. Nice. We didn't turn my Terminator emote into anything yet, did we? I think that's just in Discord. I think it's just in Discord. Yeah, it really is, though. I mean, way to start your career off on the right foot. You know, get something that really sort of incentivizes you to get down to business. You know, I thought that was a good, not to call out Nathan Kim twice in 5 minutes, but I thought that was a good point that he brought up in his Why Mechanical Keyboards video, that keyboards inherently don't do anything different, these super nice ones, but they do get you in a different mental state when you sit down and are excited to sit down in front of them and actually get to work. It's pretty cool. So, okay, what am I looking for? I need lube. I have a paintbrush. I need lube now. Oh, and we have a myriad of wires for this tonight, chat, which I put somewhere. Where did I put those wires? I hope I didn't put them away. Chat, I literally have the funniest collection of wires for this tonight. We need to decide which color we're gonna use. Chat, you can help me with that. You can help me decide what color wires we'll be putting on this guy. I have like green, gold, purple, and I think something else. If I can find out where it is. I honestly don't remember where I put those wires. I'm trying to think. Rip. That's not good. I hope they're not in here. They are. They're mixed up in here. Brilliant, Max. Here we are. They're all kind of near the top though. Look at these, chat. Purple, green, and gold. Because I'm basic, I just go with black every time, but we'll have some fun with some colors on this one. And then we need some 205. So we're doing this black and green combo here. You know what I think I want to do? I think what I want to do is I think I want to pair where I have, let's put these together. I have a weird assortment of all of this. Let's pair them. Are you ready, chat? This will be fun. Let's think about what we want to do here. I think we're going to go with green and gold. And I want to do, let's do this for the space bar. Let's do the green 7U with black housings and green stems. Boom. So this is what our space bar will look like. So like this guy right here with a green wire. So here's our space bar. Boom. Yeah, we've got a whole theme here, chat. We're having fun with it. Then let's do for left shift. Let's do this guy. So they're gonna have the green housings and black stems for our left shift, and our enter key. Here's our enter key here. Boom. And then backspace should be a black housing. Don't you agree, chat? Or no, you know what? Let's keep it uniform. Let's do the black housings here. Our green housings and black. So there's our backspace. Backspace, enter. The right shift is short. The left shift is long. And then the space bar here. Let's do gold. Should we do gold? No, let's do green to use for those guys. So there's 1, 2, 3. And then for these guys, let's bust out some gold. Okay, we've got 2 sets of stabilizers on the right. 1, 2. We're gonna do full green with gold wires for the numpad. 1, 2. Everything else is done. Those are all the stabilizers we need to tune up tonight. I think that's a good pairing. What do you think, chat? Have we done it? I'm like a stabilizer connoisseur. Yes, sir, madame. Would you please join me in the veranda? I have a stabilizer pairing for you this evening that I think you will find absolutely a divine. Please, wouldn't you please join me? Big dumb. I'm already out of water. We'll save these purple ones for another time. I think the purple will be kind of fun. You know what we can do with the purple, chat? I have a set of vintage blacks tuned up with TX purple films. We'll do my boring N9 housings. The all black housings, they're off black kind of, but we'll do those with those wires and the vintage blacks with the purple TX films. Oh, I can't wait. I don't even know what build I'm gonna put that on, but I'm already excited about it. That's gonna be fun. Oh, making some epic cream packas. There you go. Yeah, Nick, we just actually tuned up a keyboard with cream packas the other week. We have the Eru TKO that's got some cream packas on it. They are really nice and poppy. That extra length in the stem you get on the creams is pretty nice. You'll like it. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Like I said, we have, God, I'm 45 minutes in. How have I been talking for so long? What am I doing, chat? I have a lot of work to do tonight. I have a lot of work to do. Let's start it. For the love of God, Max. Start tuning. Chat, join in the ETF Mystery Meats sale. The form is live. If you have not joined in already, I encourage you to do so. There's some cool colorways in there. Okay, we're gonna mix up this 205 here just a little bit. Got a good amount. We should have plenty here for a build tonight. Okay. So I started up with the housings here. Getting used to the shorter travel though. Yeah, the shorter travel actually didn't throw me off as much. Honestly, I didn't notice that as much. Really though, just the poppiness to them. They have a really nice feel to them. All right, so just a little bit of lube here. Don't need to go too crazy with this portion. Let me zoom in here for you too, chat. And I know you can't really see it on these housings, but yeah, this portion right here, you don't need too much lube on. The spot where you really want to get the lube applied is on the wire. So that's good. Can you say French words or speak French? I mean, aside from like merci and shut the door, not really. Shut the door, shut the door, shut the window, I don't care. Anyone get that reference? Any Jim Carrey fans in the audience? Omelette du fromage. But yeah, hey Willie, it's good to see you. And yeah, no, I am not French. I do not have any French heritage at all. I'm Scots-Irish, as a matter of fact, living in the United States. Born and raised in the Washington, D.C. area. But, oh, you can't look at this beard and say I'm not Scottish. At least a little bit. Look at the gray. Got a little salt. I'll have a little salt and pepper coming in. I'm going to be looking like real refined. Where was I here? Did I get this side? I think I got this side. Introduce yourself in French. You can use Google Translation. I will absolutely do that. But I am trying to cruise through these stabilizers here. So, Willie, if you don't mind, send me the intro that you would like me to state. I'm sure I know enough French to be able to tell if it's actually an introduction or if it's something silly, but I'll read it. I'll read some French. Je m'appelle, is it Chantal? Je m'appelle Chantal. Je m'appelle Maxef. I've heard that. Je m'appelle, is that, hello, my name is? No, it's not hello. Is it? I thought hello was bonjour. No, bonjour is Italian. What's hello in Italian, or what's hello in French? It's my name is. Oh, it is as bonjour. So Italian is just kind of like buongiorno. Buongiorno. Grazie. Arrivederci. Yeah, sorry to my international viewers. You've stumbled across the least international streamer on the face of the planet. I am very American, but yeah, I took 3 years of Spanish in high school that, you know, I can always fall back on in case that wall falls down. Au revoir. Yeah, au revoir. My mom took French, and so I remember her speaking some French when I was growing up, but that's really it. Inglorious Bastards, there you go. You got it, Raz. And you are correct. Actually, I don't understand what you're saying, but it doesn't matter. I use Google Translation. Oh, nice. Yeah, you know, that's kind of a funny point. I was wondering if I should add the closed captioning option to my stream. I don't see any reason not to. I mean, when I come across streamers who use it, myself personally, I just go ahead and turn it off. Is it good for international viewers? For those of you who are watching me, watching me, right, speaking English, I don't know if it, you know, does it work? The closed captioning portions on Twitch? because that's something I feel like I can enable, right? Raz, you're more than welcome to enable that if you want. I don't know if it does anything while we're midstream. That's an overlay that turns on. I've seen it on Teja's stream. Ah, Filowski. I'm a German living in Germany, but due to my job at an army base, I speak more English than German. There you go. Yeah, I've gotten quite a few job offers to go relocate to Germany. I have obviously not taken up on that, but I don't think it's something my wife would want to do. I've asked her. I got a job offer the other day. Not an offer, but when I say job offer, I mean a request for an interview kind of deal. I got a job notification the other day for Guantanamo Bay, and housing and board and transfer expenses are all covered. I'm like, housing? Where are you putting me up in Guantanamo Bay? So this is the part where we're moving on now to the wires chat. This is the part where you kind of want to load your paintbrush up. I have a really old one. My paintbrush is very old. It is a 0. Some people go like 00 or lighter. 0 is what I'm rocking. But yeah, load that thing up, and by extension, load that wire up. I was really impressed with how Nathan, in his stabilizer video, tuned that stabilizer and had that grease so evenly spread out. I wonder how many takes that took him to get that. You know what I mean? I wonder how many times it took him, like actually tuning the wire to get it perfect. So quickly, that is. I mean, we all get it to that point, you know, like any like decent keyboard builder kind of gets the stabilizer wire to that point that he showed in the macro lens. I mean, you can see mine is kind of similar right now, right? But I'm just curious how many times it took him to get that first take. Yeah, he uses just about the same method I do. The syringe is a nice point too. I like his syringe models more than the one I have. I have a syringe, but it's kind of a pain in the butt. But that is a good time-saving tool for sure. Yeah, the movie magic. Maybe he's just got a better paintbrush than me, though. Lord knows my paintbrush is awful. Ah, Persian, I actually need to get another drink. But cheers. Yeah, I do. I need to get a refill. Give me 2 seconds, chat. I'm just gonna go refill my drink. I'll be back in just a second here. Stream from Guantanamo Bay, gonna be lit. You got the real props as background. That would be, yeah. I don't think those would be props you'd want to see. You get to borrow one of the cells as your office. Oh my god. Yeah. Wow. Oh my god. Alright, that would be too funny. Alright, I'll be back in just a second, chat. My wife got these animal crackers from the store the other day. Or no, the other day. Today. It feels like the other day because they're already like a quarter of the way gone, the whole container. Oh my god, are they good. They're like completely frosted. It's dangerous. I need to like have my kids go crazy on them tomorrow. There we go. We're hydrating now. Cheers, everybody. We're gonna be doing a real drink for sure when we get to the new year, for sure. I will probably take like a 2-second break to go say Happy New Year to my wife when we get close. But yeah, we will come back and have an alcoholic beverage for sure this evening. Boom. That was it. That's the one clip. Put that in my stabilizer tuning video. Because that's the one you want. Where it just instantly is coded to perfection. Boom. That video is really well made. Who, Nathan Kim's? Oh yeah. Tejas? He makes very good videos. Well, he does this professionally these days, so he's got a little more time to perfect those. Collab with Simon? I'm ready. Let's go. Oh yeah, Max, every time you change cameras, your volume dips. I know. I should probably change that so that it only dips on transitions to the Be Right Back and the and between there and the away and the, like, because I don't think it needs to transition the volume dips when I just change scene and change cameras. I actually just set up a global transition Artemy when I configured it, and I just set it to all scene transitions, which isn't a necessity for sure. Because it's kind of annoying when I want to like accentuate something and do a little bit of this or like this, and then switch it on over to here and like do like the zoom in and like go a little crazy. But yeah, I'll stop that now. It's an effort to maintain a transition to a volume that might be different. And so if you're transitioning to a scene that has different volume on the music or background or audio, like if you're gaming or something, that's the purpose of it. in transitioning while you're live. But yeah, I'll probably just make it so that the Be Right Back screen transitions to the different music volume, and aside from that transition, we keep everything consistent. Because I have noticed that. And it is not ideal. I've just been lazy. I should have changed it a few times over, but I've just been lazy. Chubby's and his sister yesterday on stream were talking about how they didn't expect your well-spoken and extroverted personality from someone that looks like you. They said they expected more of a jock personality before they met you. Interesting. No kidding. I'll take that though. Chubby's is great. Yeah, Chubby's is a great guy. I can see that though. I mean, I had a little bit of that going on when I was in school. I was never like a jock, but I had a little bit of that going on. I was a student athlete. That's a good way of putting it. I was a student athlete in school. I was not a jock. But yeah, I could see how I could get bunched up into that crew because I'm fucking jacked. Cause you can't like pump in a hoodie. Cause I'm jacked. I actually I didn't go to a college for athletics. I was recruited to play lacrosse by a couple of schools. However, the school I ended up going to, which is a small liberal arts school in Southwest Virginia called Emory College, they actually gave me enough of an academic scholarship to where I didn't have to worry about that. And so I decided not to play sports and at a D1 level where I otherwise might have. And they didn't even have a lacrosse team when I made it to Emory College, nor club or anything else, which was kind of a drag. I would have liked to have played club. However, my roommate freshman year was a very accomplished tennis player. And so I actually started playing tennis with him my freshman year. He was good to the point where they had a number 1 seat on the tennis team, who was a senior, like very good, but he was pushing him out. Like basically the coach was like, "We'll keep this former senior at number 1 for the most part of the year because it is just D3 and we don't really care as much." But yeah, there were parts where my roommate Ben would jump up and play at a higher point. So I enjoyed playing tennis while I was there. Trying to do a lat spread. And tennis is just kind of one of those sports too that'll just kind of you keep that sport. That's a sport that you grow with, and can play as you get older. That's one of those sports that you don't need to be in peak physical condition for. But I play a good deal of adult leagues now with lacrosse as well. Not with COVID, obviously. All of that's been put on hold. I haven't played any lacrosse since 2019. But I miss it. I miss it for sure. I have a real competitive personality when I get into that mindset. And it's hard to get that adrenaline rush without sports. I think that fills a void for me that in 2020 I've missed greatly. I've probably gained about 25-30 pounds in 2020. I'm not playing sports, obviously, because you can't in the midst of a pandemic, at least not safely. Professional sports really kind of negligently carries on. But yeah, so 2020 has been rough in that sense. I will not miss that element of 2020. There have been great things about 2020. Working from home is awesome. I feel so much more productive in the work environment, but just sports activities. I mean, a man can only go running so many times, and I thought about setting up a more steady home gym. I just haven't pulled the trigger on all that stuff. My wife is kind of hesitant. She doesn't want me turning the garage into a gym. And so, subsequently, I haven't, and because of that, I only have, a bike, a cycle, a couple of free weights, and kettlebells in the house, and that's really it. And all the gyms being closed, too. It's just kind of a drag. But that competitive, urge that I get, I find that I can get that through gaming to an extent, video games. So I've been playing a bit of competitive video gaming too. I say competitive. I've been pushing ranked in Apex, that's it. I'm not playing on any teams or anything. Not anything to the way I was. Anyways, I've just been off on a nice little tangent there. Didn't mean to go that far off the deep end. Just one of the things, we're just reminiscing. We're reminiscing about 2020, talking about things we'll miss and won't miss about this crazy, crazy weird year. I get my adrenaline rush by joining group buys and raffles. There we go. Well, that gets some different endorphins going for me. I wouldn't say that's getting me to the point where I feel competitively engaged, That for me is one of those things where I look at the spreadsheet tracker at the end of every month, and more times than not at the end of every month, the expression is, "Oh shit, really?" Lacrosse is fun, played on a team that lost every game for 2 years in high school. Hey brother, I know that feeling, Raz. I played lacrosse for 10 years before I even got to high school. So I grew up playing lacrosse. And my lacrosse team, I went to TC Williams High School in Alexandria, Virginia. Remember the Titans? The movie with Denzel Washington? That was where I went to high school. We didn't have a lacrosse team until my freshman year. And so there was myself and one other young gentleman who had experience. We both had pretty much the same amount of experience. So he played on the defensive side, I played on the offensive side. And we had basketball players, football players, guys out there from the golf team. Our goalie, it was basically, my freshman year, it was basically me, this other guy on the defensive side I just told you about, and a hockey goalie. And our goalie was an absolute monster. But yeah, we lost a lot of games. A lot of games. Every month on the spreadsheet is regret. No regrets, Artemy, no regrets. Apex is the reason I got my PC after many years out. There you go. Yeah, I really enjoy Apex. It's just got a great movement and aiming feel to it. The speed of the game is awesome. I just can't do... after playing competitive Counter-Strike for about 20 years, I just can't do Valorant anymore. I can't do CSGO anymore. I can't do Valorant. I can't. I was global on CSGO. I played on multiple ESEA teams. I was like B plus A ranked in ESEA on Pugs. Yeah, I can't do that style of game anymore. It's just too slow. And so I played CS and I played a ton of Quake. And the movement and tracing and everything in Apex feels so much like Quake. It's so fast and fun. I really enjoy that game. So 2020, my competitive urges have been mostly met by Apex Legends. So that's the state we're at with this weird, crazy year. Yo, 159. It's good to see you, brother. Thank you so much for the tier 1 and the 5 months. Happy New Year to you as well, my friend. I love you, brother. There we go. We got some Quake fans out in the audience. Yep. So I played my competitive gaming career kind of was Counter-Strike. I played in 1.5 and 1.6. I played on a couple of Cal invite teams and then migrated over to ESEA. Then I went and I played a lot of Quake, but I was never that good in competitive. I played Rocket Arena a lot, and I was really good in Rocket Arena. And that projectile style of aiming was pretty natural transition for me when Team Fortress 2 came out. And so when Team Fortress 2 came out, I actually played professional TF2 with a couple of different teams. And yeah, with that, I played Soldier, both Roamer and Pocket Soldier on TF2. And then I stopped gaming. I was out of school, I was working, I was dating my now wife, and I was just concerned with other things than gaming. Overwatch comes out, and I'm pretty much done with games. I played casually every now and then. The people I played TF2 with who stuck with Overwatch are now like professional streamers. Like, I'm building a keyboard, spoiler alert, I'm building a keyboard for Seagull, probably at some point in 2021. And so Seagull's an old homie from the TF2 days. And so yeah, so we'll be building a keyboard up for him here in the next couple of months or so. It's in the midst of manufacturing right now. Used to play Overwatch every day, I miss it. Dude, it's over. It's a great game. I mean, that format of game is so much fun with this, with the classes and everything. That's a great game. I mean, so much variety. Filovsky, thank you so much for the tier 1. I really appreciate that. Yeah. That's kind of a little bit of a history on me. Jeff's Battle Station, good to see you, brother. Happy New Year to you as well. Let's see, Raz. Is Raz gonna do the shout out? Seagull is a great guy. Seagull's got a great personality, and yeah, his success on Twitch is awesome and inspiring. I love that he was able to turn that into a career. There's no one more deserving of it. He was just such a cool guy. There was a lot of head cases in the Team Fortress 2 scene when things went professional, and Seagull was always just like a really grounded, really cool guy that just, would talk to you, and you wouldn't walk away from it being like, what an ass, So he was a great guy. Love it. There it is. I knew Raz was gonna be coming in with a quickness on it. Thanks, Raz. And yeah, chat, support Jeff's Battle Station for sure. I was looking at Seagull, 1 million followers. Yep, that's the one. A_Seagull. Yep, he's been partnered for quite some time. I think like 5 years now. He's been on Twitch. He was a pro Overwatch player. So when Overwatch was doing the whole like touring from like city to city and doing all of that, like he played on teams there. Yeah, so he's a great guy. So yeah, maybe when Seagull gets the keyboard, maybe I'll do a couple of Apex Legends games with him. We'll see what the Apex Legends scene looks like when it comes out. Maybe I'll push some ranked with Seagull. I'm not good enough these days. I'm really not. Like I'm like a mid-plat to diamond tier player right now. And Seagull's probably like a Masters Predator type player. Like I'm just not that good at games these days. So But yeah, he's fun. His Genji video on YouTube is just like inspiring. It's so funny. He's so funny to watch. I love the more variety streams that he does now. I'm surprised he's not tied up with Peripherals Company. He's pseudo tied up, but because he's not like actively, because he's one of those guys that has transitioned more to like, I'm a Twitch streamer, not a professional gamer, he's given a little bit more leeway. You know, you can kind of pick and choose who you want to be affiliated with when you are at that level. Tfue, for example. I mean, he's a professional gamer, but he kind of does his own thing to an extent too, and he surpassed that a little bit, you know. But, oh, Filofsky, you're a Masters player? Nice, dude. Yeah, you should add me up. Let's get some pubs going. We always have fun. Justin, who's another one of our moderators, is a former Predator player, so we have fun. We'll mess around and join up in some pubs every now and then. But yeah, join us up on Discord, and yeah, if you're ever interested in playing, hit me up a DM on Twitch there, or on Twitch. Hit me up a DM in Discord, I should say. All right, chat. We're gonna go ahead and get our stabilizers installed here. Hopefully my screwdriver's got a charge on it. It does. It does. I would love watching you play with them. With Siegel. Or Filofsky. Is wood tier allowed? I don't follow 159. Am I getting trolled? And I just don't know it. Oh yeah, playing with Siegel. Yeah, that'd be fun. Wood is below bronze. Okay, nice. Like wooden PC tier. I gotcha. I gotcha. Yeah, me with my Lego PC skills. All are welcome, dude. I'll pub with anybody. It is a cool PCB, isn't it? Not too bad. An hour and 20 minutes, and we're getting the stabilizers installed. Oh, whoops! We're not doing a shift. We're doing an enter key. We're doing a short right shift because this is 60% and as this guy's only as this guy's only keyboard, the client who we're building for here tonight, you're gonna want to use a short right shift for that. Jason really kind of left the decisions on this layout up to me, and so I'm taking the liberty of installing a stepped caps lock, of course, and a 2U backspace. I'm not going to give this client a split backspace. I wouldn't do that to him. There are a lot of expensive woods out there. That's true. That's true. Yeah, you could have some artisanal wood out there, 159. You're just trolling me. He's just being nice. He's just saying that because he's too skilled to play with me. Yeah, we actually did a little bit of gaming earlier this week on stream, and I never do that. It's kind of fun, but I was chopping frames, and so not something that I think I'll do until I get a better video card. I want to say it was the video card that was doing it to me. It could have been something different. I have no idea. So it's an m0lly layout, actually. So it is a custom PCB, obviously. Very custom. But yeah, we're We're not working with an 1800. 1800 is a little bit different. I don't know what the Fry 1800 though is. What's Fry 1800? I'll zoom out here actually in 2 seconds and you can see the keyboard right there under the chat. Did you install red O-rings for static? I did not. But it's not too big of a deal to install them afterwards if need be. So what do you think, chat? I think we've got some cool colorways here on these stabilizers. It's kind of fun, right? The black housing with green stems and green housings with black stems with those green wires. And then we have the all green with the gold here on the numpad. I'm just gonna clean this up a little bit. Will you install switch films? So no, Filofsky, tonight we are working with stock switches. The client opted not to get a tune on these switches. And so we're just going stock. I normally recommend it, but yeah, Jason was not concerned about getting a switch tune in on these guys. Normally I don't tune the switches. It just takes me too long. It's not like, I feel like it's like an elitist thing to say, oh, I don't tune switches. It simply is just due to the fact that I do these keyboard streams 2 to 3 times a week, and I'm capped out. I'm capped out on keyboard time. Like between the streaming and pumping out occasional YouTube videos, and which I have another YouTube video coming on a studio tour after I've made all of these updates in 2020, which you should definitely check out, ! Socials, to see the YouTube channel. That'll be coming soon. I just don't want to take the time to tune up switches. I don't want to, and I don't like doing that really on stream. I've had a couple of streams where we lube ourselves and some switches. I generally do that when I am tuning up switches for a personal build. But if I tuned up all the switches for clients, it would just get overwhelming for me. And I wouldn't want to get drunk while I tuned up somebody else's switches. I know I'm not going to mess them up, and it's for me, so I'm fine with doing it. But I wouldn't want to get wasted while I tune up somebody else's switches. But I really enjoy when we're tuning up. We'll actually have another one of those lubing ourselves while we lube some switches streams coming up here, because I need to tune switches for my Monarchy K, and I need to tune some up for my little Z, and I've got a couple other keyboards on the way. I've got like 6 or 7 other keyboards on the way. I just don't know when they're going to arrive. But we've definitely got a lot of switch tuning on the horizon. All right. We're good here. This is looking good. Noxygen, Happy New Year to you as well. Hello, hello. We will absolutely hydrate. Cheers, everyone. 10:30 here on the Eastern Seaboard on the United States. Seaboard? That is not a word. What is the word? The Eastern... What is it? You know what I'm saying, but I'm just being an idiot. Is it Eastern Seaboard? Well, I know it's Eastern Standard Time, but I'm not talking about that. I was just phrasing it in a different way. Yo, Jeff, thank you so much for the tier 1 there, brother. Appreciate that. All right, we're good here with the lube, I think. Let's go ahead and put a switch or 2 in and test this sucker. Chat, I'm ready to cruise through this build. What I'm looking for is no warping of the PCB and no issues with switch contacts on the plate and PCB. That's what I'm looking for here tonight. Let's go. You feeling that? What do you think, chat? So it is right, Eastern Seaboard. Okay, when I said that, it sounded wrong. But what I meant to say was, it is now 10:31 p.m. on the Eastern Seaboard here, continental United States. We are just about an hour and a half away from the end of 2020. Yay. Good riddance, 2020. Filovsky, cheers. Yeah, I said it, Raz, and then I was like, Eastern Seaboard. Seaboard sounds stupid and wrong. I'm a more cunning linguist than I anticipated, though. It is a word, and I did use it correctly, and I'm proud of myself for that now. So chat, we're getting some stabilized keys out here. We're going to test up these stabilizers. We just spent the last, whatever, 30-ish or so minutes tuning up. We don't need that guy because we have a short right shift. This is not right, but I'm just gonna swap this keycap. All right, let's hear. Proud of you, Max. Thanks, brother. Appreciate that. All right, let me hear this. I absolutely can give you some tips there. m0lly. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. I apologize if I'm not. Yeah, so I will give you Nima IRL. Got it. Yeah, so soldering is not. I think soldering is one of those things that is the most nerve-wracking parts of the build process for people who are new to the hobby. It is, however, not something that you should fear. The tips I always give to everyone is you need to have well, that's right, Artemi. You need to have a variable temperature iron. So tip number one, start with proper tools. You need to have a variable temperature iron. The variable temperature iron will allow you to control within a certain degree the temperature. Now, you can tune it in to an exact degree on some of the nicer soldering irons if you're spending in and around the $100 USD range. You can spend less. You can get variable temperature irons that tune it into like a dial between like 1 and 5, and 1 will be 300 Celsius, 2 will be 350 Celsius, 4 will be, 450 Celsius. You see what I'm saying? It'll give you a little bit of a range to kind of tell you where the temperature's at, and you can be within a certain range. Keyboards aren't that sensitive to where you need to be at an exact range, so you don't need to spend $100 on your iron, but you do need a variable temperature iron. Yeah, I use the TS80. I use the TS80P. It's a USB iron with a very nice footprint. It's basically this and a USB-C cell phone charger. Essentially, that's what it looks like. The power brick's a little bit different, but you need a variable temperature iron. And then the second thing that you need for tools is leaded solder. Do not go with, yeah, Simon has a terrible iron, but it works. There's nothing wrong. It's a variable temperature iron. It heats up a lot slower and it cools down a lot slower, but it works. It gets the job done, and keyboards aren't precise instruments that need a crazy precise temperature. You can get away, especially with these nicer PCBs, you can get away with a larger variance of temperature. So it's not that big of a deal. But proper leaded solder, you need to have this. And you also should have either an environment with good airflow or an exhaust to take these fumes away from you, because these are dangerous. You do not want to be inhaling these chemicals and these fumes. I use 6337 Kester solder. It's going to cost you about 30-ish USD per roll, and one roll will last the normal keyboard builder who's building 2 to 5 builds a year a lifetime. It'll last you forever. And then, yeah, I mean, aside from that, take your time. There's several videos out there. Who's that one guy, Artemy, that I always recommend? He's super hyped up and excited about engineering subjects always. And I can never remember his name. I remember it as soon as I see it every time. But he's an awesome YouTuber. And he makes great videos about soldering tutorials and everything else, engineering. I'm not remembering his name right now. He's like super over the top with his excitement. He's like an Australian guy, if I remember correctly. Are you picturing it? I can't remember. Yeah, like I can't remember, but he does great guides on YouTube. Soldering is not difficult though. The basic, premise is, as Artemy said, you want to hold the pointy end on your pad and flow solder onto it. Within reason. You don't want to solder for too long, and you don't want to solder for too short. So you'll get a lot of great examples on soldering technique here from me tonight. There's a couple of tips I'll show you when I start going through that, as well as you can kind of get a sense for the feel of it from me here, hopefully. Because yeah, once you start soldering, you'll kind of get into a flow. I need a larger hex is what I'm looking for. I have hexes here. Yeah, you can do that too to practice. I never did that. You want to know what my first keyboard is that I soldered, chat? It was a TGR 910. That was the first keyboard I ever built. So, no fear, just go for it. No need to be fearful. And you know what, I'll tell you, chat, I was a little nervous, but I wasn't too scared. I mean, it was one of those things where I had good tools. I knew, that it's not the whale. I don't know about that, Visionaire. What's up, buddy? I had good tools though, and I knew that. Can I undo this? Man, is that just in there? There we go. Yeah, and I mean that's the basic thing. I mean, if you have tools that you can trust, you're not gonna have any issues. If it was a whale or a canoe, yeah. Some keyboards out there kind of set you up for failure and are not the easiest to work with. Yeah, that whale PCB that we just disassembled, that fave. Yeah, we kind of just had to chalk that one up to a loss. I knew we were gonna have to too. those whale PCBs, the fave PCBs, those are one and done units for sure. Look at that. Oh, chat, you missed a little Easter egg when we were first unboxing. I didn't go over this. There's the Apple logo again in the engrave. Look at that. That's where the daughter board goes on this. And you can see my camera now. There it is. Well, you can see my lens, I should say. Okay. Now, of course, they used a smaller hex screw for this. Why do keyboard designers do this? Why is it always... It's always a different size. There's always another size hex you need. They've got the best. Depends on what your definition of the best is. If it's the same thing I define as the best, then I think you are mistaken, sir. So the temperature for these switches should probably be somewhere in, if you're going Celsius, probably somewhere in like the 350 degree range. I always have trouble converting. I solder at 600 degrees Fahrenheit with the TS80. I've converted mine to Fahrenheit because I'm a crazy United States person with our crazy standard system, of temperature. Beautiful. Look at that, chat. Look at this anodization quality. Really nice. Very smooth anodization. Beautiful. Alright, come back on over here, PCB. Yeah, so I'm actually running, I'm running a much colder temperature on my iron. Haven't had issues with any boards I've been building lately. And you can always turn the temperature up more. The trick is with the temperature, right, of your iron. You basically just want to get a feel for it. And as you're soldering, you will. And if the solder's not flowing as nicely, turn the temperature up a little bit. You probably don't want to exceed, I would say like 675 degrees. I wouldn't go over like 675 to 700. I would not go over that temperature. Tongue test the solder. Yikes. That's like Reddit advice to like mix ammonia and bleach. Artemy would have you making mustard gas in your house. Please stop trolling people, Artemy. just lick it, you know. See what it feels like. If it burns your tongue in 0.5 seconds, then you're probably at a good spot. If it takes about 0.3 seconds, maybe you want to cool it down a little bit. If it burns you in a second, you probably want to heat it up a little bit. I've had 15 tongue surgeries myself. That's a normal thing, right? All about that precise tonguing. It gets difficult when you have PVD plates. I mean, this shine is so hard to keep, you know, nice and clean when I'm licking it all throughout the build process. It really makes it difficult. 15 question mark. Prefer the sound from a brass plate. Oh, you do, Ozern? Yeah, I'm all about the aluminum and polycarbonates myself personally. That's one of those preference discussions that we can absolutely open up to debate. I'll tell you that when it comes to things of preference, I have my opinion, and that is the only opinion that matters. You can have a diverging opinion from me. However, you'd be wrong. I keep getting pushed to a delay. I think anyone else? Ah, okay. Yeah, I don't know, Rez. Obviously, I can't tell if I'm delaying. These streams don't push me at all. I wonder if it's just too many people on. Yep, exactly, Army. Too many people on the interwebs tonight. So here we go to continue the learning lessons here, Nima. A couple of things that'll make the quality of life there a bit easier for you when you're putting together your first keyboard. As you can see here, what I'm doing is I'm prepping up my plate to install on the PCB. Now your plate, you can install the switches by first dropping the plate onto it and then pushing the switches through into the PCB through the plate. However, obviously, your plate will sandwich down on top of your PCB and flatten. Once it does that, it's quite difficult to actually get the PCB standing up. You can do it that way. There's nothing wrong with that. However, you probably need to get in there with like a screwdriver and constantly be lifting the PCB and plate back up and trying to get that separation maintained. What I do is I load in about every other switch, and then once I've got all those loaded in, I drop the PCB and plate all together, and then I can push these switches in with the separation already intact. I'm pushing these switches in, not the plate, and that's going to keep it so that I pretty much have a nice little smorgasbord all set up. I can drop in all my other switches now at this point without having this plate sandwiched down on top of the PCB. That gap there is something you need on everything with the exception of like a 5mm PCB. Now, a lot of days, newer keyboard kits are coming with a muted liner that goes in between the plate and PCB here. With those, you don't have to worry about it because you have material in there maintaining that gap between the plate and PCB. However, in this build and many others like it, when you have a 1.5mm plate and PCB, you are going to need that gap. And so, like I said, that's why I kind of install about 50% of them and push those guys down. Now, make sure you check before you start soldering that your pins have not bent, because these guys right here have the highest likelihood of having bent pins because we've dropped them all down onto the PCB all at once. I don't know why I'm bothering cleaning this right now. There's no point to that because we are absolutely going to get messy again. Before we finish this thing, I will wipe it down once at the end. That was about to be a lesson in futility. So what I'm going to do now is get our stabilized keys installed on here. Max, you're going to be getting a PC Rukia. I am. Yeah, I have one of the Rukia LEs coming, the green polycarbonate case with the Baby Yoda engrave on it. I'm very much so looking forward to that, Rez. I like to put all the switches in 4 corners and in the middle. That does a nice job. Yeah. Yep, that would also work. That would also work. You can also use photography clips to hold your PCB and plate together once you get all of the switches installed. And that really helps with warped PCBs. However, I prefer to just use a different method, which I'll show you in just a minute. Chat, I need to use the restroom real quick. Give me just a minute. I'll be right back. Went to the starting soon scene for a second there. Whoops. Alright, we're back. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that Rukia though, Raz. Really looking forward to that. Alright, did I go too far with my keycaps? I didn't. I just want to test it real quick. Just make sure the likes of the spacebar sounding good. Beautiful. All right. Built my second key yesterday. There we go. Bree, I see you there. Yeffy, Bree, cheers. Happy New Year's, you guys. We're almost there. I am going to be having a drink with you guys here after we get through the rest of 2020. So I will definitely be coming back with a Maker's Manhattan here tonight. Justin, what's good, brother? Oh, we got the whole family here. What's happening, everyone? Oh, sure. Thank you. Yeah, cheers to you. For those of you who have started in the drinking, salute, everyone. Take in these last few moments of 2020 if you're here on the East Coast. Enjoy it. We're about done with this crazy, turbulent year. And yeah, it's been a crazy year. Let's reflect a little bit. Let's take a look back. I know for me, 2020, I mean, I've talked about it a couple times here on stream. It's been turbulent, you know, right? For everybody. It's been a weird year. But god damn, am I a recluse. This has just really gotten me to figure out that I generally don't like people. And I mean that in the nicest way. I love you, chat. I love environments like this, where I'm hanging out in the comfort of my own home. When I go out to social events, in public, with other people, like normal humans usually do, in the back of my mind, it is seldom that I am not thinking about how I would rather be on the couch. I hope you understand that and don't take that the wrong way. I do love you all. I think that's a mentality that's shared by a lot of people, though. You know, I think it is. You know. So I'm glad, Justin. Yo, we're all in it together, right? Socialization is fun, but kicking back is more fun. Amen to that. But yeah, you know, to reflect a little bit on this year, I mean, my God, if we lost a lot of cool people, you know, how do we lose, chat? How do we lose Sean Connery and Alex Trebek in the same year? Can we get like a Celebrity Jeopardy tribute to those guys? I mean, incredible careers, both of them, incredible lives lived. And at the end of it all, I go back to stupid SNL skits, right? Celebrity Jeopardy with Sean Connery and Will Ferrell. And it wasn't Sean Connery, it was the guy who imitates him. But you get the point. Shuck it, Trebek. But yeah, a weird year for sure. Tell me, chat. Let's open it up, open forum style. What are you gonna miss, and what are you saying good riddance to for the year of 2020? Because I think, you know, I'm forever an optimist. I think there are positives to this year still. It's not all negative. There are definitely positives to 2020. But man, have there been some weird, crazy negatives. Socialism is... Oh, I was going back to the socialization line and I read socialism for a minute. Socialism is fun, but kicking back is more fun. I'm dumb. Missed some group buys, looking forward to cheaper aftermarket pricing. Yeah, right? I mean, I think as we get back to a bit of more normalcy, maybe people are going to be less concerned about what their home offices look like and more focused on... Wait, what did I do here? Did I need another stabilizer for my... What did I have on the other m0lly? Did I miss a stabilizer, fam? This is unfortunate if I did. I did. That's unfortunate, friends. Mistakes have been made. Good riddance to socialism. What do I want to do now at this point? God, this is gonna be a pain in the ass. I don't think I can. Can I separate this? Let's see here, chat. This was supposed to be a no-dense stream. Looking forward to a lot more positive in the new year and more tech. So what do you mean by that? What kind of tech? Do you think do you think companies will embrace this whole working from home mentality? Do you think we'll go back to people really incentivizing people to come back into the office? I think we might start to see a shift there. What do you think, chat? Can I get this separated? That would be pretty awesome if I could. I don't know if I'm going to be able to. But it'd be pretty... Ooh, we're getting close. Chat, I think we're going to be able to do it. I think we're going to be able to do it, chat. Oh, yeah, we're going to be able to do it. Oh, yeah. Whoa, whoopsie. There it is. We did it. We did it, friends. Not the easiest thing to do. So here's another tip. Don't do what I just did. Don't load up your entire keyboard and forget to put a stabilizer on. I counted these all out before, and I thought we were good. I am far from it. And I do apologize, chat. I just delayed us a little bit here, but it's all good. We're gonna do a black on green for this last one. This last guy here is going to be a black, F's in chat, rip, N9 housing, N9 stem with a green wire. That's what this guy's gonna be right here. Completely missed it, chat. I'm so sorry. That's not the one. Here we go. Yeah, like I counted this out, and I thought I had everything I needed. I really did. Mistakes were made. It's all good. Looking forward to be able to secure an RTX 3080. Oh, amen to that. You and me both. Maybe I'll be able to actually stream proper Apex Legends content once I'm able to get that, because I keep dropping FPS, Justin. I feel like a 1080 should be more than enough to stream that game, but I keep dropping frames. When I drop especially, the drop at the beginning of the game, I drop down FPS. And I'm looking in my like stream statistics in Streamlabs. My stream statistics in Streamlabs, I'm like, my CPU is at like 2% when I'm streaming Apex Legends, so I know I'm not having an issue with my CPU. I know that's not the problem. Yeah, CPU utilization like maybe gets up to like 6 or 7% on my I'm running a 3950 AMD Ryzen chip, and so that thing has got more than enough processing power to run a stream and a video game. I think it does okay with the actual gameplay, but the drop and big moments of like combat, like huge ults and stuff, like if I come across like a Bangalore or Gibraltar, I'm pretty sure we're dropping FPS in stream. I wonder if I just have like a wrong setting set or something. I should like go through my Windows settings and make sure I've got BS turned off that I don't need on. I've done that, of course, but I just want to make sure. Yeah, like I mean, a 1080 should have more than enough, I would think. Like I'm not cruising. Now I wonder, do you think the 1080 with, and I'm not doing anything on the ultra wide, but I do have the ultra wide monitor turned on. I'm playing the game though on a 1920 by 1080 monitor. I have a high refresh rate monitor, obviously, that I run the game on and play the game on. And the ultra wide has just got like all of my like chats and all those windows on it. Anyways, we don't need to get into a deep dive on that. I'll look that up and figure out why, and then also I'll just throw money at it and get a 3080 at some point, and then the problem will probably resolve itself. So chat, feel free to jump in with any questions you may have about keyboard contents, and Nima, I know I've been kind of updating you here, but just for anyone in general who's maybe new to building keyboards, if you're tuning in late, you actually get an opportunity to see the stabilizer tuning process again. We forgot a single stabilizer, and so we had to go back and get another one tuned up. I paint a light coating on the inside of the housing. I insert the stem for the stabilizer with the 2 holes facing the opening to the stabilizer housing, and then I paint the wire with a nice coating of lubricant. I'm using 205G0. I then insert the wire, 90-degree angle, turning it down into the socket, and there's that. Then with it in the housing, it gives me a good point to hold on to on the wire. I then paint the other side of the wire. You want to paint it just a little bit past the 90-degree bend in the wire, because the 90-degree bend right past it is where the wire actually clips into the plastic housing. And basically anywhere where metal meets plastic, you're gonna wanna have this lube in there, dampening all the potential rattle that could come about on that. Justin, we were talking my my short-lived gaming career for a minute earlier in chat tonight, and Phil, who is one of the, he's a German, Philovsky here, who's been chatting recently with us. He's a Masters ranked Apex player. So I'm ready, guys. Between you and him, if you guys want to open up the fanny packs and I can just hop in and get carried for some Apex pubs, I'm down. Let's go. That's right. Free keyboard builds for people who carry me in Apex. Let's go. Yeah, the 5900X, good luck with that. The AMD market for CPUs and the market for processors is just out of this world right now. Chat, we were talking about this on one of the previous streams. I was looking up a market report, and they actually had details on NVIDIA's Q4 earnings, and the amount of money they're claiming and the amount of money that they have set into the gaming section of their division, right, of NVIDIA, does not match the inventory that sales have gone through for websites, commercial websites available to people like gamers. So NVIDIA, they section off all of their portions of the report into different categories, and the gaming section includes both gaming cards, video cards, and cards that are set aside for Bitcoin. And there's about $140 million worth of graphics cards that are unaccounted for in their Q4 earnings report that NVIDIA supposedly has probably just sold straight to Bitcoin miners. So that's why we can't get any 3080s. They have no inventory for us plebeian gamers because they've sold all of the graphics cards to Bitcoin miners. Just straight up, probably, you know, in bulk, like client Z wants 100 3080s, and NVIDIA's just like, okay, sure. That's an easy clap. So, you know, I get it. I get it. Doesn't make it any less shitty, but I get it. Did you know in the rollout of the NVIDIA graphics cards, some markets received like 50? Like the whole oceanic market for the NVIDIA 3080, the 3000 series release, the 3080 in particular. I remember reading these highlights. So in the oceanic market is New Zealand, Australia, like, you know, all those Aussie countries, right? You know, oi mate, you got any of them 3080 graphics cards? They all had the numbers released for how many, like some guy, some insider who was at, like, you know, Best Buy or the equivalent was recanting on how many cards they actually got in their inventory for the release. There were about 20 Asus cards, there were about 10 MSI cards, there were about 30 Zotac cards, like, release. That's how many for the entire oceanic region people had to compete for on day one. Like, really? NVIDIA? Come on. So, lo and behold, NVIDIA, who was known for having shitty releases, had another shitty release. Who would have thought? I mean, I wouldn't expect anything different in the 2020 year that we've had. But yeah, hopefully we do get some different results here for 2021. Maybe we'll be able to get a hold of some 5K series AMD chips and some 3K series graphics cards. Good luck, friends. I guess you need to build a second rig in 2021. Yeah, have the streaming rig and then have the gaming rig. I become a pro gamer. Let's go, chat. I agree, working remote more accepted now, not likely to return how things were before. Yeah, also, I think that especially for the commercial field, for the for people who work in an environment that's unclassified, I think that that's absolutely the case. That you'll see that less and less. People returning to the office, that is. I would agree. I'm sorry, I'm catching up on chat here too. Yeah, we're just kind of talking about how things we miss and things we won't miss from 2020, chat. So feel free, like I said, to ask me any questions you may have about keyboards or anything else. We love talking audio, video, coffee. That's going to be my next hobby. 2021 is the year of the espresso for me, chat. That's what we're going with. Yeah, Filovsky, I might try that. I might try and turn the second monitor off streaming next time and just see if we get any better result. But yeah, I'd agree. Like, it just seems like I should be fine to run that game. If you have dual monitor, keep your OBS on the main monitor. There's some problems with Windows 10 where if you have OBS on the second monitor, your FPS will drop a lot. So Streamlabs runs in OBS. I mean, it's basically just an overlay built on OBS. So I should try that. I mean, I would assume Streamlabs would have that same limitation. I'd never heard of that, Justin. Someone posted that on a forum. Yeah, interesting. I probably should just do more research, like I said. Let's see here. Do you ever straighten your stab wires? I've seen some Koreans taking out a block of metal and tap the wire ends on the block and bend it straight accordingly. I've never tried that, Res. And I've actually never seen what you're referring to either. So needless to say, yeah, definitely have not tried that. I've done pretty good with keeping my mitts off of this PCB so far. And my microfiber's doing a pretty good job at cleaning it up too. It's just so funny, like I'm getting perfect fingerprints on this thing too. Where I do have fingerprints, you can see like the actual lines in my fingers. It's absurd. This PVD is like so mirror polished. All right, chat, we are just about ready to get to the soldering portion of the stream here, so for those of you who are asking about tips on soldering, I hope you stuck around to this point because I do have a couple more tips that I do like to go over when we get into that. That's the only thing I lick on StreamYard. I mean, I just gave the paintbrush a little lick there for the lube to make sure all the bristles were straight. All right, chat, we've got about 45 minutes left until we are done with 2020 here in the Casa del Max. All right, let's go ahead and take a look here at our setup. Make sure we don't have any pins out of place here. I've got one here on this top row, two on the top row. Second row's good. I've got fantastic coverage on these through holes. The stems from the switches are all protruding through the PCB in a really nice way. Those that I haven't bent, of course. So two on the top, one on the bottom, and any more on the bottom? Nice, that's pretty good. Only one on the bottom. All right, I'm happy with that. After having to drop this PCB right back down onto the plate again, I was nervous I was going to have a lot of bent switch pins. I'm going to replace that one. Only having three is really great. That could have bent a whole lot of them. Obviously, you don't want any bent switches. when you're putting that together. That's a pretty obvious tip. Not going to have a good time if you have any of these guys bent out of place. That literally, oh, there it is. That one just went flying. Now, obviously, no reason as well not to reuse those. I just opted to go for the swap them out route. Okay, all right. So yeah, we're ready to solder. As I mentioned, here's the total footprint of the TS80P. That's it. Whereas when you look at something like the Heiko 888 soldering iron, that has a much, much larger footprint on the desk. So when space is at a premium, I know for myself, it is really nice having an iron that is very small. We'll power that guy up here in just a second. What stabs do you recommend? Duroc, often mentioned in streams? Yeah, so, oh sure, Duroc is okay. Duroc and Everglide are all kind of in the same boat. However, the problems with Duroc and Everglide and the Zeal stabilizers is that the wires have a tendency of popping out. I recommend C3 equals. They are housing that fully encompasses the wire just about. You can, you can't really see it there. So take a look at this housing here. They did, however, I haven't tried Duroc V2, but Zeal V2, the wires will still pop out. They're better, but they're not perfect. You see how that basically covers? I mean, you can tell. Oh my god, it keeps turning on me, and I keep getting reflections on that plastic. I'm sorry. Right there, you can kind of tell. God bless America. There we go, I'm blocking it. You see how it basically has got just about 360 degrees of coverage on your wire? The C3 stabilizers are the only ones I know of that are manufactured like that. And that makes it so that your wires pretty much are not going anywhere. And so I go for them. Yeah, I go for that. But yeah, the Zeal V2s are pretty good, and yeah, the Duroc V2s are pretty good too. I've heard. I've not tried the Duroc V2s. I've tried the Zeal V2s. You definitely do not have nearly as much of an issue as the Zeal V1s. You'd still probably want to be a little bit careful when you're pulling keycaps off of your stabilized keys, but you don't have nearly as much of an issue. Nope. You don't need to clip anything other than Cherry, OEM Cherry. Alright chat, hopefully we don't lose sound here or my camera. If we lose either, I will be back in just 2 seconds with whatever we potentially lose. Alright, mic is good and camera's good. Awesome. Let's go ahead and start up RTX. Get this going. Beautiful. And goodbye, fan noise. There we go. All right, cool. All right. So as I mentioned, we've got our tester 3763 solder here. You cried too much with the 3-month streak. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate that. Thank you. You're too kind. All right, so the first soldering tip here. Again, temperature is important. You want to be somewhere in this range of like 300 to 375 degrees Celsius. I do 600 degrees Fahrenheit. You can convert that over easily enough. I run at the lower end of the spectrum though. 600 degrees is less than 350. I think it's like close to like 300 degrees Celsius, I think is what I solder at. Get my tip prepped up and ready to go. Go ahead and zoom in for you, chat. So to start, I'm going to show you a method real quick that's pretty nice. I solder in one of the pins, and with the one pin soldered in, I press down on the switch with my index finger as I turn that one pin molten. So turn it molten first. That pin is molten. Apply pressure to the switch, and then take the tip off of the switch as you've hold it down. That's going to make sure that that joint right there, that separation between the bottom of the switch and the top of the PCB, is all but non-existent. And then I solder in the second pin. Now, that method is very, very useful if you have a warped plate or anywhere where the switches are not making good contact points with your PCB. You can use those photography clamps, as I mentioned, to clamp those down onto your board to make sure you get good contact points again, right? But you might find that you would still need to use that method to ensure you've got a good contact point between your switch and PCB. That's important. You want to make sure that's done. And then the second tip is go for the four corners first. Hit up the four corners of your PCB. Ensure you've got good contact points on the four corners. And then once that's done, on a good PCB and plate like we are working with here tonight, then you can just start going row to row. For the length of time this build took with regards to tuning stabilizers, we are going to have a relatively easy, knock on wood, soldering session tonight, because I was overlooking everything here, right? Making sure all the pins of the switches were going through the PCB properly, and kind of taking a visual inspection of it. And as I did, I noticed really nice length on all of the switch stems going through the PCB. So basically what that's telling me is that the plate is not warped at all, and the switches have got good contact points on the PCB, just, by default, right off the bat, which is nice. We like that. A good quality of life build. Can too much solder cause a short circuit somehow? If you bridge pins, that would be pretty difficult to do with a keyboard. Your pins are pretty far apart from one another. But if you are working with electronic components, right, that have pins that are very, very close to one another and maybe shouldn't be bridged, you can definitely short circuit things with that. Now, here's one thing that you can definitely do to short circuit your PCB. If you are working with through-hole LEDs, those basically install with a long pin. Like basically, you'll see this is what the bottom of your LED looks like. It's basically, imagine this is cut off right here. It's basically two wires, and then at the tip, there's a little LED. You insert that into your switch, and then you basically want to bend them like this, where they meet the PCB, and then you solder these points here, that are kind of pushed through these holes, these bottom holes on the PCB. That's where the in-switch LEDs get installed. And once those are soldered in, if you have the board, the PCB plugged in, if those pins, if those stems, those longer stems, if they are crossed or touching another stem from this guy and this guy maybe are touching the stems, those longer wire stems, if your PCB is plugged in, you will short your PCB out by doing that. That will bridge a electrical circuit that should not be bridged and could potentially short things out. Very high chance of it shorting things out. So you want to be cognizant that if you're doing in-switch LED installations, that you do not plug your PCB in until you have clipped those LED legs off your PCB. Make sure you don't bridge your PCB by doing that. That would not be fun. But aside from things like that, it's pretty hard. It's pretty hard to bridge these pads. There's just too much separation between it all. So we talked about tools. This has been the longest answer to do you have any soldering tip recommendations? So the first recommendation was tools. Get the proper equipment for the job. The second tips are just little quality of life things, the preparation for your soldering. You want to make sure all of your switches have good contact points. You want to make sure, everything is lined up right and looks good. And then in instances where it's not, we use the Woden method, which is that method where I showed you where you hit one pin first and then push down on the switch to make sure the contact point is good, and then you solder in the second pin. And then the last method, or the last tip, is just get a feel for it. The first time I watched a soldering tutorial, the guy was watching, recommended a 3-second count. Just mentally in your head, you counted to 3 as you touch the pad, you solder 1, 2, 3, and you're out of there. I find that, obviously there's no science to it. It's not like 3 seconds is it. But you'll get a feel for it. Practice makes perfect. So get a practice PCB. Get a PCB you don't care about destroying. Start some through-hole soldering on it. Throw some resistors on there, some diodes, throw some switches in there, some LEDs. And just solder and desolder and get used to it. Get used to how it feels. I normally put my iron on the PCB with a little bit of my iron on the bottom side of the switch. And then with a little bit of my iron on the bottom side of the switch, I do this with my solder. Like the pin is here. The pin is here. I basically go like this. Solder, boom, 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 boom. Like up and around and all over, like getting good coverage on the pin. Not really necessary. You can get just as good of coverage just letting it settle. Like, don't be afraid to let the iron sit on there without feeding solder onto your iron. Like, iron's on there, I just feed it in a straight line. I let the iron sit on there to let the solder disperse, and then I take the iron off. Another little tip there. Especially with ALPS compatible PCBs, it's good to let the iron sit on there for a little bit. Big New Year's party at the Max F HQ. We're holding it down here, Tom. You know the drill. The iron shouldn't touch the PCB at all though, right? Oh no, I touch it straight to the pad. The PCBs are heat sensitive. What kind of solder is that? I don't see much smoke. This is the Kester 3763 solder. And there's smoke. There's smoke here. I'll touch it here. You might just not be getting the contrast of it. But yeah, you can kind of see it there. It's just all pulling into my exhaust too. Don't go anywhere, Tom. We're going to have a drink here in about 20 minutes. I'm not going to do the whole, countdown. But for us folks on the East Coast, we'll definitely have a cheers and say good riddance 2020 here in T-minus 31 minutes. Oh, give me just 2 seconds here, chat. That made me nervous. I just felt what I thought was the soldering iron cable moving. I thought it was maybe falling off my desk. It's about to get really nervous there. All right. Okay, there we go. We have worked our way through this roll of solder really quickly. We got that just this year, and I feel like we're getting close. We're gonna need another roll of solder in 2021. I need to go back and crunch the numbers too. I need to see how many builds we've done. I wish I did better about keeping track of all the builds I've worked on. There have been so many like friends and family things at this point, and like prototype stuff that I've built out for companies that I haven't tracked on any of my Excels, and so I'm pretty sure we built. Chat, what do you think? Have we built 100? Have we built 100 boards this year? What do you think? Oh, sure, absolutely. Yeah. Like I said, happy to help. Any questions you have, and anyone else in chat, by all means, don't be bashful. Feel free to jump right in and ask away. Happy to impart any knowledge I have in this hobby and others. I'm somewhat knowledgeable in audiophile gear. I'm somewhat knowledgeable in video and photography gear. And I know a thing or two about keyboards. What's funny is more times than not, when people ask me keyboard questions, I'm like, chat, what is that product they're talking about? Can somebody link me? Which is bad. Ask me a photography question, I probably know everything about it, but when it comes to keyboards, I'm like, what's that? And then I'll like see the picture, I'll be like, oh yeah, I've seen that before. There's just so much. Especially 2020. It used to be like, I have this mentality still from 2018 and 19 and before. Not so much 2019. Things really picked up in 2019. But 2018 and before, I have this mentality still in keyboards to where anything I like in group buy, I would just buy. Because there weren't that many group buys. Now, there's 10 group buys every month. I'm so broke. Well, welcome everybody, and happy New Year to y'all. Happy with you guys spending your evening here with me. For those of you on the East Coast, we are just about 25 minutes away from being done with 2020. For those of you new to the stream, welcome. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Max. I go by MaxF, and I build keyboards on Twitch about 2 to 3 times a week. So welcome. I hope you're enjoying the relaxed vibes here in chat. I want to give a quick shout out and thank you to a couple of sponsors. I promise I'll make this quick. I want to first shout out and thank Key.company, thekey.company, excuse me. And you can find chat all the links to these companies that sponsor me here in the links below. So the Key.company has been sponsoring me in 2020 and had a great relationship with them to date. Right now they've got the Portico keyboard, which is a very nice, affordable 60% keyboard kit, which you should absolutely consider, as well as some key kit sets to pair with those bad boys. We've got a couple of holiday sweater apparel items that are keyboard related and fun on the key.company. And then also you can still grab, how is this possible? But it is, you can still grab Infinity Cafe. It is an absolutely beautiful set, and if you have not yet tried Infinity, what are you waiting for? Infinity is a beautiful reverse die sub and die sub set of keycaps. It is very thick and very nice. I have a couple of Infinity sets, and I have been very impressed personally with the quality of them. So, if that colorway is your thing, consider Infinity Cafe. Designed by the very talented, oh god. Why can't I remember his name? Why am I blanking? I literally was just chatting with him the other day, too. Oh, chat, I'm having a brain fart. Langlandia. Oh, did the core kit sell out? That was available. That was available over the weekend. I'm so sorry, chat. I'm baiting you. I baited you. I'm so sorry. I'll hit up Jason. Maybe I can do a giveaway of a set. Yeah, that set is beautiful. And speaking of cafe, I told you, chat, 2021 is going to be the year of coffee for me. That is going to be my hobby in 2021. I'm calling it now. We're going in deep on the coffee. If you guys are into the coffee hobby, please join my Discord because we're having fun in that coffee channel. ! Discord for that info. So then I also want to give a shout out to Project Keyboard. Project Keyboard has teamed up with me here in 2020 and we've had some fun so far. Project Keyboard right now is running GMK Stealth, which is available until the middle of January. If you don't have any black on gray style key sets, that's a very cool look. It's very similar to what you're looking at here on my HHKB. There's actually legends on this guy. Can you see that? GMK Stealth is different, obviously, and definitely different than those token caps, but you get the idea. Somewhat similar. I wish I had those exempt keycaps. The exempt keycaps are very similar to those. God, where's that solder going? I'm telling you guys, Alps compatible PCBs are just a mess when it comes to the amount of solder you need to flow onto the switch. We made quite a mess of that guy too. That one flowed right down into the switch. Hopefully this caps lock key is fine. We'll test that once we get it plugged in, or once we're done soldering. So then a quick shout out also to zealpc.net. ZealPC has been a longtime supporter of the stream now, and the link down there below is a referral link that if you're checking out on ZealPC goes a long way to help support the stream. Same for Project Keyboard. So thank you for considering to use those referral links when you're checking out on their websites. On ZealPC, you can find Zealios, Helios, Telios, Zeal V2 stabilizers, and soon to be released the 3-in-1 switch that Zeal's been working on here in 2020. So I'm excited to see that. And I shout out every time I do sponsor reel that Zeal ran GHV4 lube. And if you've never tried that lube, it's absolutely incredible. We should all as a community pound Zeal and say, start selling that lube again. I need more. We want more, not less, more. And then last but not least, we're sponsored by the boy Jack Static, minceautumn.com. You can find a link to mintautumn.com as well right down there in the sponsor section. Mintautumn.com is your source for all things Jack Static. Jack Static is also Twitch streaming these days, and so if you're new to the keyboard hobby and interested in keyboard design, go check him out. Twitch.tv/JackStatic. Raz, I'm going to assume, is going to jump in here with a link. Justin might if Raz doesn't. Raz is so quick. Raz is probably going to halfway typed out already. I'm also going to hydrate real quick here. Thanks very much. Appreciate it, brother. But another couple more notes on mintautumn.com. Aside from live streaming, and if, like I said, if you're interested in keyboard design and development, you should definitely check out Jax's Twitch page. Jax has also got a Discord linked off his website, which is a fantastic spot to get updates on all things Jax is doing. Not only his live stream when he goes live, notifications there, but also updates on his projects, and a good way to chat and converse with a fantastic designer and a fantastic guy in the keyboard hobby. Jax is awesome. Wait, sorry, I grabbed a snack. What am I linking? Jack Static's Twitch page. All good, Remus. We caught Raz in the 5 minutes of stream where he was not actively here. Raz, I was thinking too earlier, we need to turn that Terminator picture that you created into an emote. What do we want to do? Do we want to do a BTTV, or do we want to replace one of the other emotes with the Terminator one? Because that definitely needs to get thrown into it. Dealer's choice on that. If you want to add it into the BTTV, or if you want to add it into the list of officials, I'm fine either way. Because that thing is high quality. There it is. Boom. Thanks, Raz. Appreciate it, brother. Yeah. Hopefully we'll hit partner soon. It'd be dope if we hit partner. Because then I think we get more emote slots once we hit partner. We were getting pretty close. The problem is I just don't stream enough. We had the average viewer count a couple of weeks ago, but I hadn't had enough streams, which is just sad. I'm trying, chat. I'm trying. Yeah, so I would love to turn this into a full-time gig. Streams Monday through Friday. I would get creative with some really fun content if I was streaming full-time. I think definitely if I streamed full time, we would have an episode a week where we would do looping. Looping ourselves and some switches. Turn it into an European friendly stream, and Max just does some day drinking and gets drunk. Looping switches. On like a Wednesday afternoon, just go full degen on it. I mean, hey, if it's my job, why not? Especially if we're like doing it for our own personal builds. I probably wouldn't get wasted if I were tuning switches for someone else, but I really don't think my switch tuning abilities would degrade too much from drinking. It would be more of a matter of I probably shouldn't be drinking on a Wednesday afternoon kind of deal. Alright, we are 15 minutes away. I keep looking at the clock. I don't want to forget. I don't want to forget to go figure out what my wife is up to. When we get close to 12 o'clock Eastern, I need to make sure I go out there and wake her up if she's fell asleep. I don't think she's watching, but shout out to my wife as well this year. She's been incredibly tolerant of the amount of time I've streamed. Alright. Shouting out Mayshar. Yes, that's my wife's that's my wife's Twitch profile. Alright. If I did it full time, I would like talk her into doing the show with me. I doubt she would. I would really have to coerce her into doing that. I don't think she would. I would have to make her. Alright, we are pretty close here. I think I'm not seeing too much that I don't like the looks of. Which is great considering this is an Alps compatible PCB. I'm pretty happy with this. Alright. I'm going to be optimistic and potentially jinx myself. I'm going to turn my fan off. Alright, hopefully I do not lose my mic or camera. If I lose either, we'll be back. You know the drill. 1 second. Alright, hello? Hey, camera and mic are both still there. What about that? What do you think about that? Alright, let's turn RTX voice off. Okay, RTX voice is now off. Why do I do this? I just see stuff and I get OCD immediately. I don't need to do that right now. What we want to do is I'm going to leave this plugged in because I might still need that. I'm going to be optimistic and hope I don't, but we might still need it. Let's see what we got here. There we go. That's a good sign. Oh, that's a good sign too. Let's see what we got here. Cool. Cool. Are these function buttons? I thought those traced out before. Is this via? Oh, hold on. I can't remember if this is via configurator. It is. Okay, cool. Hold on, chat. I can show you here what I'm doing. All right, let's go to key tester and test matrix. Ah, this one's having an issue. Okay, that's not too bad. We were slightly premature in turning our fan off, but it's okay. We don't need to turn our fan on for one switch. It's this guy right here that's having an issue. So let's go ahead and unplug that. And we'll unplug our JST connector. And I think I saw the one that was having the problem. It was this guy here, and it kind of has a little bit of a, wait. GUI and function, it was the GUI button I thought, right? Oh boy. What switches are you gonna put in the PC Rook? Yeah. So I'm gonna run a carbon fiber plate, and I'm probably gonna do some GAT inks with cherry tops on those. I've been wanting to try that. So what I'm going to do first here with those switches is I'm just going to hit them with a little bit of the iron. I'm just going to touch them. That's it. So you saw those. This is actually good. This is actually really good. If you guys are still here who are asking the questions, I believe it was Nami IRL. You're getting a little bit of an opportunity to see what I do if I'm running into any issues. So again, let's go back into VIA. Here I can go back into keyboard and screen right here and go to VIA. And VIA has got key tester and test matrix. There we go. See? Now those two are good. Did you notice how before this guy right here was stuck? It looked like it was stuck. It was like red. It was like held down red like this. And so what I did is I just touched the PCB again with the iron. That was it. I just retouched it, those points. And now it looks good. So I'd say we're all squared away there. So good. Soldering successfully completed. Now the fun part. All right, so at the end of soldering session, I clean that off, and then we want to tin our tip just a little bit. There we go. Maintain your tools. Nice ones especially, and they will last you much longer. There we go. All right, we can put away all of our soldering gear. We're all done with that. And we have got 8 minutes left, ladies and gentlemen. 8 minutes left. Probably here in the next couple of minutes. Let's see if I can get the PC, let's see if I can get this case back together. Probably here in the next couple of minutes, I'm gonna go head on out and make myself a drink and bring in the official new year with my wife. Give her a little smooch. She hates my beard. She'll probably push me away or deny me. And after I get drop kicked out of the living room by her, I'll head on back. Deal? Deal. So yeah, Raz, I didn't know if you had been looking at it, but Jax actually has some interesting engineering done with the carbon fiber plate for the Rukia. He's made like a custom carbon fiber plate where the threads of the carbon are all unidirectional. I'm gonna butcher what he's done, but it's something special and unique which should give the board a bit of a different feel. He was thinking it would be kind of like closer to an aluminum feel with the sound profile of carbon fiber. So definitely an interesting, design for sure with that. Okay, we just cleaned that, so let's try not to get our mitts on it. There we go. I'm just gonna put this down here so that I don't put the top case down onto any flux. Oh wait, we're getting ahead of ourselves. Oh wait, no we're not, no we're not, no we're not. We can install the daughter board here in a moment. Thought I was jumping the gun there with the what's it called? The top case assembly, but no, we're not. Vacation beard. Girlfriend asleep next to me, also have a bit of a funky beard going, brother. Nice proximity. There you go. Vacation beard, or is it what's it called? Quarantine beard. Quarantine. Yikes. Talk much? All right, chat. We have got 5 minutes, according to my clock. I'm gonna finish mounting this PCB, and then I'm gonna give myself a couple minutes to grab a drink and see what M's up to. Am I short a screw? No, I'm not. There we go. All right, yep, 4 minutes to the official end of 2020. Chat, I will be back probably right around 12:01, 12:02, 12:03, somewhere in that range. Goodbye 2020, and chat, we will see you in 2021. We are back. Brand new year. Happy New Year, chat. It's official for me now. Raz, I know it was already the new year where you're at. Anyone else who's not on the eastern, seaboard, right? Everyone in the West Coast, soon. We are done with 2020 over here on the East Coast. Happy New Year, everyone. Cheers. Oh, it feels good. Feels good to be done with 2020. We've got our Maker's Mark Manhattan, little orange twist, and look at that ice. How cool is that ice cube, chat? I love that. That's my crystal ball that dropped as the new year came in. The aforementioned getting kicked out of the living room, yeah, that happened. My wife was like, all right, Happy New Year, get out of here. So, yeah. Awesome. Happy. I can hear the fireworks going off outside. Are they setting them off in my street? I didn't know if, do I have a neighbor setting off fireworks? No. They're not out there. Someone in my neighborhood is, but I thought my neighbor might be. My neighborhood's kind of I have a crazy neighbor who's like a cop, and so the law doesn't apply to him, and so he'll set off mortars and shit in the middle of our cul-de-sac. What's up, Jax? Happy New Year, brother. Good to see you. Burb is the word. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, everybody. 2020 is gone. 2021 is here. Yo, chat, thank you so much for being responsible this evening and hanging out with me as opposed to going to some New Year's party or whatever. Awesome. Love y'all. Love y'all. All right. With that said, the climax of the evening. Let's get to it. We're almost there. So look at this, chat. How beautiful does this look? And look at the stabilizers. Isn't that fun? Oh, I love the stabs. The stabs. Yeah. I wish you could see the wires a bit more. You can't really see the wires, but yeah, they're there. Crazy green wires for the stabilizers. All right, I'm going to put this right up here. We have a little bit of work to do on the daughter board installation, and then we can close this top and bottom case up and get to some typing sounds. Just got off the phone with my mother in New York to greet her and my brother. Raz, awesome. Yeah, Happy New Year, my friend. Happy you were able to connect with some family there, Raz. January, Happy New Year. Happy New Year, everyone. Alright, so this installation here wants me to put that there. Yep, okay, so the JST connector will go actually underneath. So let's go ahead and keep that JST cable there. Yep, that'll get installed like that. And I have the hardware for that right in here. Let's bring in this year with some m0lly. Just kidding. But not really, because we are bringing it in with a m0lly. Do I have a proper hex screw for this? I do. Haha. Yeah, so Jason, the guy who owns TKC, likes to. Oh, look at me! Look at me in the mirror there. Ooh, you get a nice underbeard shot, chat. You can see is my line from shaving is pretty clean. The blue steel. I love that. Anytime I see the blue steel emote, Raz, it reminds me of the gasoline fight scene. Oh my! We are looking good here. All right, so chat, what's gonna look good on this blue? What do you think, chat? What should we dress on this? Forgive me, I know I'm not going to have a good angle here. Basically, I'm just plugging this JST connector into the to the port on the PCB, and then not dropping, but setting down the top case into the bottom case. There we are, and there's your ports. Look at the tolerance on that. That's clean, especially the USB-C. Let's go. Looking really nice. Happy with that. My Zoomer ass gotta look that up real quick. Oh, come on, Raz. That's like half of my references. All stupid Zoolander shit. You know, because we like to keep things wet up in here because moisture is the essence of wetness. And wetness is the essence of beauty. I do not have Mizu. God, I wish I did. Mizu would look good on this. Alex Otos, what's up, brother? Good to see you, my dude. How are you doing? Happy New Year to you. You're East Coast, right, Alex? We've made it. 2020 is over, my friend. You are on the eastern seaboard with me. Welcome to 2021, brother. Salud. I know you don't drink, but Happy New Year. Salud nonetheless. All right. Perfect timing, my dude. We are just finishing up this build. And we're figuring out what keycaps we're going to put into a poll and vote on to dress up on this board. So we just got a couple of sets in. We've got GMK DualShot, we've got GMK Taro, and Red Samurai. Those are all new sets that I just got in. We have also got Analog Dreams. I think that one would look pretty good on this blue. What else do you think, chat? Name out some other key sets that you think would look good on this blue and green board here. Anytime I see Kiwis, I think GMK Terminal. And I've got Terminal, but I think we should mix it up because I just photographed the P00 glitch keyboard with Terminal on it. So what do you think, chat? Who's not AFK that wants to recommend some keycaps? Is that out yet? GMK Rudy I thought was still in Group Buy. That would look good though. What else have I got? We could do like to follow through with like the red theme. I do have Burgundy, which would look good, I think. And then Haman would also look pretty good. I don't know if Taro would necessarily look good. I think DualShot would be really nice, but DualShot I just photographed the Alice with DualShot. So I'm kind of thinking Red Samurai or, and let me hear what we'll do, chat. Let's do this. Let's do this. All right, we can go to Red Samurai keycaps. So here's Red Samurai. If you think that might look good. I don't know if the gold would necessarily show too well on that guy. I don't know if I like Red Samurai for this. Burgundy. GMK Burgundy would look, I think, pretty good. So there's GMK Burgundy, I think would look pretty smashing on the blue. Analog Dreams is always a good one for any sort of colorful sets. Analog Dreams, I think, would look pretty good. I do have Oblivion. Oblivion would look pretty good, and you know what would be funny? We would be moving the Oblivion set from the silver m0lly to the blue m0lly. I don't have Olivetti, unfortunately. Yeah, that would be good though. The Solarized Dark, I'll show you what he means. Yeah, so GMK, right? It's Oblivion, right? Oblivion Solarized Dark. Isn't that the one? That would look pretty dope. Or is it GMK? Is it just GMK Solarized Dark? Really? I thought that was an Oblivion thing. Am I wrong? GMK Botanical? You think that would look good? I don't have that, but Botanical? Botanical is just a cool set. I wish I had this. The Jungle Kit. Who has the Jungle Kit? That would be good. Jax, did you get this for the Rukia? I've got a couple of key sets for the Rukia, actually. I think I've got GMK Olive for the Rukia. Ah, you did. Nice. Oh, wait. No second B, I did get it. I'm reading that wrong, Jax. You did or did not? I'm assuming from the very sad line you did not. Also, chat. Alex, Alex, are you still here? We're almost there. The mustache is almost back. Can we twirl? Oh, look, it's twirling. We're almost there, chat. We're almost there. Oh, okay. I gotcha. The second B. That's a good one. The 00. I like the 00 a lot. Because it looks like boob. But it's not. It's boon. Because there's the N right next to it. Alright, so what do we want to do? Do we want to do a poll or do you want me to just make an executive decision? So there's tarot. Would tarot work? Let me look up tarot. Would tarot work for this? No, not really. Tarot doesn't really work. The purple and blue and yellow, I don't really... I mean, what do you think, chat? Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. Wrong screen. The blue accent, though, is kind of more teal. I don't think that really works. Do you agree? I don't think that really works. Yeah, I think it's a bit too off. Beige would look good on this too. Alright, well, we'll let chat decide as usual. Raz, if you want to throw in a poll, I'd say let's do, oh, it's a numpad kit too, that's right. I need to make sure I have a numpad kit, and I don't have a numpad kit for Analog Dreams. Oh, which one has a numpad kit? Taro does. The Oblivion one would work. Hold on, let me see what other sets I have over here. Let's go into the shelf. Does Haman have an numpad kit? Haman does not have a numpad kit, so it's out. Does Burgundy have a numpad kit? What do you think of Burgundy, chat? Do you think that'll look good? What do you think of that? It obviously doesn't go with the green, but look at the blue. Just look at the blue and silver. What do you think of Burgundy? I think this would be pretty good. think you're drunk, sir. Oh, come on, dude. This wouldn't look that bad. No? Alright, hold on. Let's see what else we have. Would dye subs work well with this? I don't have a numpad kit for that though. Although I do actually. I do have dye subs. Hold on. Oh, would purple? Purple would be kind of funny, but I don't know. I don't like that as much. Ooh, you know what would be good? Chat. I think we might have found it. I think we found it, chat. What do you think? Should we even poll that? I think GMK Triumph Royal Adler is it. I think that's the ticket. Yeah, that's the ticket, chat. All right, before I spill GMK Burgundy everywhere, and I mean this would be disaster level spill. Let me get that off this desk with the tray back on top. And yeah, we're not even gonna pull that. That's just too good. All right, let me switch. I want to get. Let's do some new jazz. Let's go home, and let's do some new stuff that we haven't heard yet. Boom. This way, I get to add more songs to the playlist. I think this is it, chat. Yeah, isn't it cool, Ben? Also, mods by Ben. Is that mods by Ben Q? Brother, is that you? I'm assuming yes. Dude, it's good to see you. Chat, mods by Ben Q, if that's who that is, was actually involved with us, ran point on a keyboard and PC build that we worked on for Larry Chen. Larry Chen is a automotive photographer. Dude, awesome. Good to see you, Ben. Welcome, my dude. I think this is the first time I've actually seen you in stream. Happy New Year to you. So yeah, to talk real quick about this project, it was really cool actually. So Larry Chen Photo is someone you should absolutely be checking out on Instagram if you're into the automotive industry. He is a awesome photographer who is involved with all like the Hoonigans projects and everything. And mods by Ben Q. Ben, feel free to link your Instagram, my dude. Ben takes absolutely incredible photos and builds custom water-cooled PCs for clients. And I was lucky enough to be involved in a project with an ASUS campaign where we built Larry a computer as well as a keyboard to go with it. And so really cool stuff. It was an awesome project. And yeah, I loved the photos that you put together of that keyboard. They really turned out great, Ben. Ben's Twitch stream quality looks fake, like good fake. Oh, brother, are you streaming on Twitch? I need to follow you, my dude. I need to follow you myself. Oh, Jax, thank you so much for gifting Ben a sub. I appreciate that, Jax. I just caught that. Yeah, the photos, if the stream quality is anything like the photo quality, I would not be at all surprised if it looks fake. Your photos look like renders. It's absurd. Nice. Yeah, that's a great move. That's a great move. Yeah, the streaming Twitch community will be great for you, man. I definitely intend on following you as well. Let me head on over here. Mods by Ben Q. That's what I'm talking about. Oh yeah, I see your latest VOD. Oh my god. Hold on, chat. Here's somebody you absolutely have to follow. Take a look at this. Oh, we're looking over like, look at the, oh my goodness. Ben, you are putting my setup to shame here, sir. Look at the camera quality. Dude, what are you recording on? What is that? Dude, we gotta talk video. You've got too much of a step up on me. Are you recording? Is your webcam medium format? Are you using a medium format Hasselblad? That is such a flex. That's too cool. Hold on, let's see here. So yeah, so what are you gonna be, it looks like you're going over some photography shots that you took. Are you gonna actually do some of your like water-cooled rigs here on Twitch? Are you gonna actually build? Here, hold on. Here's the, look at the camera quality. That's absurd, dude. That's so absurd. Wow. I'm not worthy. I'm like geeking out over here too. I'm sorry, chat. I see fantastic video quality and I geek out. You shouldn't be surprised. Nice. Yeah, there you go. Yep, that's great. I'm just using the Fuji. Well, with the oh, okay. Yeah, photos are with the medium format. Are you finding that the Hasselblad is taking better shots than your Leica? Because what do you have an SL2, right? I'm sorry too, Ben. You came up in here chilling probably, and I blew you up. I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to start asking you a million questions. Anyways, chat, take a look at this, would you please? I think we nailed it with the keycap selection here. I love how our choice accents the switches underneath as well. When I take photos of this keyboard, I'm absolutely taking off a couple of the keycaps so that we get a nice little peek at the switches underneath for sure. The Hasselblad is way better. Okay. My pockets aren't deep enough for that. You got those deep pockets, Ben. All right. Wow. Loving this aesthetic right now. Absolutely loving this aesthetic right now. Boom. Beautiful. All right, chat, we did it. Say hello to YouTube, everyone. Here's your screenshot for the night. Man, this is like blasting out highlights on it. It's all good though. There we go. There's our screenshot there. Here we go. You ready for this, chat? Should we peel? Can I be that degenerate who like leaves the wrapping on it? Peel slow. Here we go. Ooh. Is that slow enough for you? Oh no, there's like a fingerprint on that side. Oh no, there's two. Where's my microfiber? Oh, good. We're in the clear. Oh my god. That's absurd. Bree, Happy New Year. Yeffy, Happy New Year. I'm assuming Yeffy's there with you. Happy New Year, you guys. We made it. 2020 is over. Hello, 2021. That's what I needed to start the year off right. Yo, I love when, we've talked about this before, chat. I love when you can see the plate through that. Look at the mirror plate in between those keycaps. How cool is that? That is clean. I love that. So chat, I generally don't do these LED installations on stream. I'll just do that at a later point, but those will be installed. Those are indicator LEDs for your caps, scroll, and num lock. However, there's no real scroll lock on here. So this is one of those things where like I turn scroll lock on with like a function modifier just so that I have one of the lights lit up all the time, because that's the way to go. All right, so let's do a typing test on this guy. Let me go ahead and get that queued up here for us. And I'll give you some sounds tests. Let's see here. There we go. All right. Let's go ahead and pause the music too. I always need to move this out of the way a little bit when I do that. Let's see here. There we go. All right. So these are stock Kiwis, chat. I think we might be able to set a new record on this for stream. OGK, what's good? Perfect timing. Happy New Year's, brother. Oh, man. Yeah, for stock switches, though, sounds pretty good. But yeah, might be a little too clicky for you. I have a lubed m0lly here right next to me as well that I can play some sounds for you guys as well. TKC is going to be sending these keys out soon, question mark. I do believe so. However, I'm not in like the customer service or like fulfillment department at all with them. So I just kind of like review things they put out, their Tiki. So I'm not 100% certain on what dates are going to look like for that. I feel like I could be really fast on this. I don't have any lube slowing me down. It feels so poppy. I knew it. I knew I could be quick on that. All right. I'll play a lubed one for you too. I have one right here. So here are the potential sounds you can get with a lubed switch from the m0lly. So by the way, to talk a bit more on this one, sounds might not be your thing with a stock switch. It might, and admittedly, it's a little bit lacking with sounds. But it's not too bad. And the feel, it's so poppy. Like the Kiwis are just awesome stock. m0lly, good to see you, brother. Happy New Year to you as well. So let me move this guy up just a little bit and move this guy up. Here is the banana split switches lubed up with 205G0. The spacebar has such a cool ping on it. I just noticed in the build log that I don't have build spelled, or tonight we're build a TKC m0lly. We're build. But yeah, so there's the prototype that I built up a couple of months ago. But yeah, this thing is a beaut. I really like it a lot. So, Jason's cousin has got a fantastic graduation gift on the way, if I do say so myself. All right. Cheers to 2021. I will raise my glass to that, sir. Cheers, everyone, to a new year. Oh. All right, one more time. Here is the rear. Now you've got the USB-C connection and then also the USB 3.0. Or this is a 3.1 actually. That's a USB 3.1 connection with fast charge capabilities. Here's the side profile. And if you don't use this on a desk mat, take a look at this. Here's the front. You see how there's a edge on the front? You actually get a little bit of a lift on that edge, which is pretty cool. And there's the front of it. It has got a high height, a relatively low angle, but it's got a height to it for sure. I think it's like a 6 degree on the angle, and some weight. Last thing we'll do here tonight is weigh it for you. Here we are. All right, zero that out, please. There we go. So we were 7.5 pounds, 7 pounds, 5 ounces unbuilt. 8 pounds, 2.2 ounces. 8 pounds, 2 ounces. 8 pounds, 1.8 ounce, 1.9. Somewhere in there. We're on a desk mat, so you probably can add a little bit more weight. Not much, though. So yeah, that's a heavy boy. That is for sure a heavy keyboard. There we are. All right, let's go ahead and get music back on. We made it, chat. A good way to start 2021, if I do say so myself. Let me go ahead. I need to add these to the playlist. We're streaming stuff off Epidemic Sound, and I'm getting new music added. There we go. Alrighty. Yeah, chat. I cannot wait for 2021. We've got a lot of fun projects on the way and a lot of fun information to share. So yeah, the desk mat is actually from the Eru TKL buy. If you haven't seen the Eru TKL, I'll show that off to you here real quick as well. Because that one is worthy of taking a peek at as well. Here's the Eru with the Egyptian hieroglyphics on it. Yeah, that was a fun build on this one. All right, so as I was starting to say, chat, we have got a lot of fun updates coming in 2021. Stay tuned because, and I'll give you a little teaser. So we are about to go live here in the next, I'm hoping, month with my website. And I have been working with a web developer to put this all together. I am super excited to announce that I will be in a similar fashion to Teha. I will be opening up keyboard commissions with a couple of friends of mine who are designers in this hobby, and so I'm very excited to be bringing that right around the corner. I'm not going to share too many more details. I'm not going to share what designers I'm working with yet. I'm not going to share, dates and pricing and all of that. But we will have an answer to the high-end, the like uber high-end enthusiast who's looking for a truly bespoke custom keyboard experience and potentially spending thousands and thousands of dollars in the aftermarket getting something that was like a 1 of 100, a 1 of 50, you know? So I'm really excited to be getting those types of clients who know what they want and maybe want to tweak a setting or two, put on their own custom engrave, make it something unique, a 1 of 1 custom bespoke keyboard experience. With, like I said, I have a couple of designers I'm working with right off the bat. We may add another in the coming months or so. I'm not sure. But yeah, super excited to have that right around the corner. And yeah, a lot of other fun builds. Here, the immediate playlist for 2021 so far is a TGR Jane V2, the Monokey K, the Little Z. We've got a Matrix 2.0. We've got a Square TKL. We've got a couple of Space 65 EVA 01 colorway keyboards coming in hot. I've got a ton of fun keyboards that'll be coming in here. Killer RAC, welcome. Linears I recommend. I've been having fun with like Franken switching key switches lately. My favorite linear right now on my daily is the Gary's that I put into my Ogre keyboard. You can find that typing sounds test on my YouTube channel. It's going to give you a better idea than I would right now. And yeah, other than that though, I also love vintage blacks, I love Gateron inks, and I love JWK linears. All of those are kind of in and around the same point. They have positives and negatives to all of them. And then what else do I have? I also have like a Matrix 2.2, I think. But I think the most upcoming one that we'll be building first is the Matrix 2.0 ADD. With and I have a 2.0 OG as well, but I have a 2.0 ADD coming with marshmallow switches, and so I think that'll be in the next. I think that maybe will be what we build on Monday, and then also the Whale TKL will be building with those TTC switches. So chat, you're not going to want to miss this. I think tomorrow I'm going to build up. That is. I need to do something about that light. That is not good. It's like completely flashing me out. Hold on, let me try something. Is it this light? I just turned off a key light. No, it's kind of the other one. I'm sorry, chat. I was just testing something real quick. All right, but yeah, this switch here. I need to like cover my fucking hand. I'm sorry, chat. That's annoying me. These TTC clicky switches are going to be putting into a Whale. It's the first time I've built up with like MX clicky switches in forever. So I'm going to do that build tomorrow, I think. So stay tuned for that. Thanks, Raz. Yeah, so that'll be fun. I can't wait to share the details with you there. That'll really be fun. Tempest, what's good, brother? Happy New Year. What sort of clickies are these? So these are the TTC switches from Helix and TTC. It's a Chinese manufacturer. Here, let me give you a better. It's a Chinese manufacturer who's put this together, and yeah, I'm pretty excited to try them. We compared them to a couple of other clickies that I had, and they sounded pretty good. It is a jacket. It is a click jacket. So, but yeah, we'll see. I think I'm gonna dry lube them with some DuPont. I think I'm gonna spring lube them with DuPont, and then yeah, we should be good to build that. I'm hoping. Alright, chat, so let's find somebody to raid. Thank you so much, everybody, for hanging out with us here tonight. And thank you to everybody who's here on Twitch, hanging out. If you're here with me or somebody else, I'm loving the fact that people are doing the right thing, staying socially distanced, and... What are you doing, Epidemic Sound? This is not something we're looking for. I like those other two songs. And then it got us into like some weird music here. There we go. Oh no, these are more. Why is it trying to get me off of jazz? I want more jazz. There we go. All right, so we got Tiny. We've got the Key Company. I think I'm gonna do, who else is in Makers and Crafting? Quantric is streaming Path of Exile right now too. All right, so let's look at Makers and Crafting. So Tiny and the Key Company. Rock Lena is also live. I think I'm gonna raid. Let's see how far along the Key Company is. They've been streaming for, what are they doing? They've been streaming for almost 5 hours. They were just building one thing. They might have a giveaway tonight too. I don't know what Mint is doing right now though. Susan, what are you doing? She's like, is she making a keycap? Oh, I'm sorry, chat. I thought we were looking together. Hold on. My bad. Keyboard and screen. There we go. I thought we were looking at this together. We could raid Franco. Yeah. That's true. Yeah, cause Key Company's got a pretty good audience right now. What's Franco? Franco's playing some Dead by Daylight. All right, chat. Franco has got the coolest setup. Franco and I nerd out all the time about video gear. We're raiding Franco. That's a great idea, Mangoes. We're raiding Franco. Let's do it. We nerd out about keyboard gear and video gear and everything else all the time. Let's do this. Yeah, let's do this. This will be a good one. Franco is a true homie. Mangoes, Happy New Year, brother. Did I say that already? I saw you said Happy New Year's up when Tempest joined us too. Dude, Happy New Year, brother. All right, let's do it. Just chatting. Okay. Chat, as always, thank you so much for hanging out with me here tonight. Have a wonderful 2021. Goodbye 2020. And I will see y'all tomorrow with that Lin Whale build with the TTC clicky switches. That is certainly going to be something different for us. All right, everybody. I'm gonna hang out with Franco as well. Let's tell Franco to flip his keyboard. Everyone spam flip your keyboard. He'll do it too. And then give him the Max F. Which emote should we give him? The Max F Defoe. Spam that, chat. Spam that in Franco's chat. He'll for sure flip his keyboard. He don't give a bug. And everybody have a fantastic 2021. I will see y'all next time. Let's go.